Here's how to code a simple expense tracker in Python that remembers your data, step by step. First, we import tkinter as tk for the interface and message box to create pop-up alerts for errors. Now let's start with our memory. We define a function called saveData. It opens a simple text file called expenses, txt in write mode. Then it loops through every item currently in the list box using get function to the end of the list using tkend and writes each one to the file line by line. This ensures your data don't get lost when the app closes. To get that data back, we define loadData function. We wrap this in a try except block, because the first time you run this, the file won't exist yet, and we don't want the app to crash. We open the file in read mode, strip the extra whitespace from each line, and insert it back into the list box. Then we need to restore the total amount, not just the list. So we check if listbox.size die to 0. If there is data, we run our calculation logic. We loop through the loaded items, split the strings to get the dollar values, sum them up, and update label total.config. This ensures you see your correct total spend the second the app opens. Finally, we add except file not found error and simply pass. By this, Python doesn't crash and just restarts fresh with the empty list. Next is the brain of the app, the add expense function. We make it accept an event argument so we can use the enter key later. We use .get to grab the text from our description and amount fields. We verify they aren't empty, then we try to convert the amount to a float. If you type text like pizza instead of a number, our try except block catches the error and shows a pop-up. If the number is valid, we format it nicely with a $sign and insert it into the list box. Now here is the clever part. We need to update the total, but we don't rely on a fragile variable. We use a list comprehension to recalculate it from scratch. We iterate through every item in the list box, split the string at the $, grab the number part at index 1, convert it to a float, and sum them all up. This guarantees the total on screen always matches the list exactly. After calculating, we call saveData immediately. Then we clear the entry fields with .focusSet on the description field. This creates a perfect loop. You type, hit enter, and the cursor jumps back to the start automatically. Finally, we build the window. We set the geometry to 300 by 450 pixels. We pack our labels, entries, and the list box so they stack vertically. The labels get a descriptive text, the button gets the text, and the command to call the add expense function, and the list box gets filled with the already added expenses. Last but not least, we add the label for the sum, where we add a default text of $0 that gets updated by adding new expenses. Then, we bind the return key to our add function, call loadData once at the start to restore history, and run the main loop. And that's it. Run the script, add a latte and an amount, and press enter to add the expense to the list. When we now close the app and open it again, your bad financial decisions are still there. It's brilliant, right? Please let me know if this video was helpful for you.